Hello and welcome to another Uncut video. Today we'll be hunting my bear barrel here on Hemmeldal, and we've got a bear here already. I haven't even looked at the score. Not a bad one, 23 to 27. I noticed another one in the background, but let's try to get this one so we don't spook the other. Alright, good start. Let me see. Okay, there's the other one. I don't even know if that was the one I was looking at. I heard a bull moose a bit ago on my way in here. So I'll call for that. Give me a second here to spot this bear and I'll show you where we're at on the map. Small male there, up to 24. So here's where we're at. We're up north, and there's the coordinates. Oh, that bear just moved again when the map respawned. So I had tracks from like at least 3 different bears just on my way here. So hopefully, and I say hopefully because the last time we did one of these, not many bears showed up. Hopefully they're all going to come into the barrel. This spot tends to be really good. I've hunted here once. One time. I tend to have it for friends and stuff, and then of course I had it here in case I needed to do a video, because specifically, the reason I'm recording this video right now, and I don't like to do 2 videos in a row of the same thing. There he is. Oh, that's a different one, actually. The last video I did was the Let's Go Hunting on Red Feather. And I know my wording just got really weird a minute ago. So to start that over, I'm recording this video right now because I'm going away on a 3-day camping trip. And I don't have a lot of time to do much else. And of course, by the time you're watching this, I'm already going to be back. But I have to record in advance. So that's why I'm doing this video right now. But I don't like to do 2 videos the same thing in a row. Oh, I hear something to the right. There's another bear. So I didn't want to do 2 barrel hunts in a row like this. But that's kind of just what happened. I guess we'll just shoot the bigger one, which is this one on the right. Although it's not much bigger. Because actually, you know what? Never mind. There's 2 animals coming from straight forward. So let me spot that other bear quickly too. If we can drop the one out in front of us, these others might not spook, though the one behind us will. But it's moving over here as well. We're going to end up taking the bigger one that's to the right, because now either way they're probably going to run that direction. So I'll let him stop. I can't tell if that's a cow or a bull, but let's get this bear dead and then maybe we can look. Gotta shoot over the barrel. That sent everything running, unfortunately. That moose isn't bad, though it's not huge. And that small one spooked as well. There's a bear. I don't know for sure if one of those moose that we just looked at was the one that called kind of in this direction. Let's spot this guy, or girl. Small one, 19 to 23. But the good thing is we already have 2 bears dead and we're like 3 minutes in. I actually checked what time I started recording. That's a first. But one of the things that was brought to my attention recently was my game audio is really low in videos. And I was starting to notice that. And I didn't really know why, because when I hear it while I'm playing, it's plenty loud, but what happens is the 2 sound mixing of the microphone and the game audio it's mixed into one audio track by Shadowplay, which is my recording software. So that's why the game audio gets kind of quieter in the actual recordings. So I turned up the Hunter sound. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully there's no echo of like a moose call back through my or from my headphones back through my microphone. Alright, that's that bull moose calling again. Let's get this bear dead quickly. Nice. Can we ID that? No. Alright. So yeah, hopefully the game audio is a bit more audible. I know for a fact that in my last video, the red feather barrel hunt, that's a nice moose. There was a bull moose that called off. It was pretty far away, but it was basically inaudible in the video. So hopefully you guys have heard the mooses. Moose. It's just moose. Good English. Hopefully you guys have heard them calling, and you can hear my calls better. I've been testing for there's another bear. Been testing for a while, trying to figure out what the best sound combination was, and I think I have a solid ratio here. Now we got 3 moose coming in. So hopefully you guys can still hear me talking as well as the game audio. Now this map doesn't tend to have a lot of ambient sound, just pretty much animals calling, which by the way I should be calling for reindeer. This area is not bad for them. Oh, 2 bull moose. That's cool. Actually, I'm not going to call, just on the off chance that that back one doesn't spook when we shoot. He's actually circling back our way now. So let's try to kill this guy. Alright, spooked them all. It's quiet, but not that quiet. So we already have 4 kills, and we're like 6 minutes in. I like it. This area is not bad for roe deer. Up here, I believe in this area, was where I killed my melanistic roe deer female. And it's not a great area for fox. I'm seeing movement in the distance there. That's a bear. What's this bear look like? Oh, I had a spotting information for a second. That's a good male. Up to 26 score, slightly above 400 weight estimate. But this is a pretty good opportunity to hunt my barrel because I'll be gone for 3 days. By the time I get back, it should be right back to 100% attractiveness, and it's going to be like no difference because I couldn't have had a game up anyway. But hopefully, what do we got here? Another bear hiding between some branches. That's a small female, 17 to 21. And what's that? That's a hooved creature of some sort. No, I don't see it. I don't know if that was a reindeer or a moose. We'll give out calls for both. Could have been a roe deer as well, but it looked bigger. Also, and I didn't even check this time to see. Let me see. Yeah. What is with this? I am wearing the winter clothing, for sure. When we take the trophy shot at the end, you'll see that, unless I'm completely going insane. But I'm 99% sure I'm wearing the winter shirt at the least. You can see I'm wearing the winter gloves. But when you look at my camo detector, I don't know what you want to call that, the camo app on the HunterMate, it's showing that my gloves and jacket are not giving me any camouflage. So I don't know if that has something to do with the scent hound release, but I'll probably send in a ticket about that shortly, just so they can get that fixed as soon as possible. I don't know if anyone else has yet, because that's probably not the most noticeable thing. Alright, Mr. Bear, you want to stop? Thank you. Cool. Okay, we just got a magic arrow out of nowhere. Did you guys see that? Alright, that wasn't normal. That was kind of something I noticed. Now watch this. Quiver's completely loaded. So that's another glitch that happened recently that I've taken notice of. So, we'll make sure to report those and get them fixed ASAP. We're going to give out some more calls here. Oh, wait, what bear's that? I don't know that I saw that one. This one is... oh, that's that female that we spotted out that way. And also, whatever happened to whatever I saw up here. I'm assuming it was one of the moose that spooked when we shot this guy here. And it was like just walking through. So is this the other female bear we were looking at? Get the spotting. Yeah. So 2 females now around here. I thought I just saw whatever that was up there again. Maybe not. Give out some more calls. You can't overcall in this game. It's not possible, at least at the moment. So as much calling as you want to do can't hurt. Just gives more... basically, let me shoot this bear and then I'll say how that kind of works. Doesn't look like the other bear is actually coming in at the moment. Hold on. Maybe that was the moose I first heard? I don't know. I've heard a couple of them now. That's a moose, I know that much. A moose that I've heard. So anyway, let's kill this female. Alright, 5 bears and a moose already. Where was I going with that? Oh. Basically, a call that you have lasts for a certain amount of time. I'm not 100% sure of what it is, but it's a bit shorter than like a scent. And it has a range of your render distance. So any animal within your render can hear a call from a caller that you use. And it lasts for a certain amount of time. So, say if I just sit here and do this. And just keep calling. Pretty much all that's happening is, because I'm not moving, every call is just resetting that timer. So, as is, you can't like spook an animal by overcalling, which can be good because, especially with moose, sometimes animals can be pretty stubborn. Moose tend to like lose interest in the call really quickly. So if you have a moose coming in from a long way away, you have to keep calling, keep them interested. I guess it's the same principle as any other call, but maybe it just, as it works in the game, maybe it lasts a less amount of time to make the moose like lose interest faster. But same idea. Oh, what's that? Oh, I thought it was a reindeer bull, but it was this bull moose breathing, and it's like the breath where you could see it turn white in front of his chest looked like the white neck of a male reindeer. Be cool if we could have some reindeer here. It's definitely a good area for them. They might pass through at some point. So now we're like 12 or 13 minutes in. Got a cow moose out here coming in as well. I'm glad there's a lot of animals around because sometimes these can be a bit boring. But as long as we can keep getting kills, that'll be good. So where's our bull right here? I'm not sure which one that is now. That might have been the one that was following in this guy. But I didn't really think he would like get unspooked that quickly. Maybe it's been longer than I thought, but just seems like that should be a different bull. So it could have been one of those 2 that we saw out here earlier in the hunt, if they ran that way. Now we got a cow trotting here. Is that the same one? No, that's a different one. So I would say that was most likely the one that was out here with the one we already killed, since there's a cow trotting to catch up. They all were in a little group. So let's get ready to shoot this guy. If he'll stop for us anywhere there. My own breath's getting in my way. Alright. If he doesn't want to stop. Oh yeah, he does. Sweet. Now we're reloading our quiver. What? Something doesn't seem to make sense. I have 3 arrows left. I just pulled my 3rd one out of my quiver with 2 in front of it. Yeah, there's a bit of work needs to be done on that, but I'd still prefer the quiver over getting an arrow out of absolutely nowhere. I think it looks pretty cool. Is this that female? No, that's a small male. So there's at least 2 bears still. And I'm gonna shoot... What am I gonna shoot? The bear's gonna spook now. He's too close. He'll hear the shot. And that won't work. I think I'd rather kill the bear than a female moose. I'd imagine... Oh, there's... What bear's that? Wait a minute. Same exact size? Oh no. This one out here is 21 to 24. So there might be 3 bears still here. Well, I mean, we'll kill the closer one because they are basically the exact same size. And since he's already here. So again, we're shooting over the barrel. Got him. And we just got an invisible arrow again. And our quiver's empty. Alright. Not sure what's going on there, but I can't fault them too much. It's a completely new mechanism they have to work on. Giving out a predator call in case a fox wanders through. I killed my first silver-tip red fox the other day on Valdebois. It was the first rare I killed while having my scent hound with me, Razor. But in recording it, my shadow play kind of glitched and recorded my desktop rather than the game itself, which has happened in the past multiple times. So what I'm doing now is resetting it every time right before I go to record something, so hopefully that never happens again. But it was pretty cool. It was like a 17 point something female, so not a bad size. And I actually made a good shot. Dropped it with a recurve at 20 some meters. It would have looked pretty cool in a video, I'm not going to lie, but nothing I can do about that. It happens every now and then. No matter what you're using to record, things can go wrong. But at least it wasn't like something ultra cool, like a rare fur non-typical or anything like that. It was just a medium-sized rare fox. I've never killed any rare fox up to that point, but that was my first rare fox in general. It was kind of cool. I was just hunting. Hold on a second, I'm seeing movement from another bear. Yeah, I had my game up for J-Rod 890 to hunt bear on my barrel for the Laura Francis muzzleloader competition. He had just helped me out by hosting a game where I killed a whitetail that got me first place in Laura Francis's recurve competition. So I was trying to help him out there and found a rare fox right by my tent after circling around. But it was pretty cool. I guess I kind of got lucky there because I normally do that. I'll have to do a video on Valdebois sometime soon, just showing where I hunt red deer, so I can tell you guys what I'm talking about. But I have a tent, and it's right, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's a bend in the river towards the South Lodge, and there's like a huge steep cliff. My tent's right there on the far side of it from the lodge. And I'll actually go along the river back towards the lodge to the west and do a circle, go up past that one lake that's straight north of the river, and then come back past the tent and head up the river. So hopefully you guys kind of know what I'm talking about there. And like I said, maybe I can do a video about that if you guys would like to see where I hunt red deer, because not gonna lie, I've had some luck with big red deer. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video and try to explain what I'm talking about, but I can only do so much in explaining something in a video game as far as where it's located. But that's kind of what I was doing, and as soon as I got back to the tent, got a call from the red fox and called it in, and that was the silvertip. So we've got that female brown bear. Still gonna call for other animals. Just to give out calls for everything. Still got about 10 minutes left. So at the very least, maybe we can kill those two bears. This one and the one other that for sure are still in the area. I don't know what else is here. And our quiver's back, kind of how it should be, but with one extra arrow. I'm not even going to take that shot. I swear, you see this small tree right here? It wasn't there when I put the barrel there, but now it's kind of there. It looks kind of cool how it camouflages the barrel from the stand, so the bears maybe wouldn't see you if this was a real life situation. But yeah, that was definitely not there when I placed the barrel, and it kind of gets in the way at times. But just got to work around it. Really liking this spot. We've killed, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brown bear and 2 moose in like 21 minutes. So I would encourage you guys, if you want to set up a brown bear barrel, put it here. I like my Hemmeldal spot, and I've killed my one silvertip brown bear that I ever got was right there on that barrel, and I wasn't even hunting it. DD33 was, and there were 2 there, so we went and killed both of them. That was in a video quite a while back. And I also killed my only albino brown bear on that map, though not on the barrel. But lately it's just been horrible spawns. Every time I spawn in, there's like 2 bears there and nothing else ever shows up. So I thought maybe we'd try out this for this video, and I'm super glad that that's the decision I made, because we're doing pretty well. I don't know. Any moose that stayed in the area should be about ready to come back to calls again. Sorry about my frame rate. Didn't really know that I was a bit laggy in this area. Getting about 5 to 10 frames less than normal. But hopefully it looks okay when it's compressed down and stuff. One thing I've noticed doing these uncut barrel hunts compared to like the river run of Hemmeldal, the file size is a lot smaller when compressed, because there's not nearly as much movement. So that just kind of helps with the bitrate and everything. And they're easier to upload, easier on the computer, easier on me trying to get it out on time. So it's nice. And I enjoy these because it's a lot easier to talk as I stumble over my own words, but that's not what I meant. It's a lot easier to talk to you guys while I'm just sitting here. I don't have to be worried about spooking animals because I'm running or anything. There we go. What called that was... I don't know that that's usually there, is it? Nope, that's a moose. That's a cow moose. What called that was right by my tree stand? Because did he call right before I shot him? I haven't had my hunter mate out in a while, apparently. But I guess we have 2 cow moose coming in. Or 3. Got about 5 minutes to get here, and then we gotta get rolling on picking stuff up so the video doesn't go too long. And I see Mr. Brown Bear, or was it, I think this is a male, that we want to kill before we're done, so maybe just the moose on the right we might get. That's the one. That's the one that we knew was still here. So after he gets here, and we can take him out, maybe a moose will still show up right before we're done. But I don't know. We're starting to get a theme here when we do uncut, like barrel hunts, just a pile of some type of animals. We've had red deer. What was the middle one? There was... I don't know what the second one was. I forget now. I don't know where he's going. He forgot where the barrel was, I guess. We had a pile of red deer on Val de Blois, something else, and now we've got brown bear here. Well, maybe we'll kill this moose here to the left then. If he wants to just ignore us. It's kind of rude of him, really, but maybe he just doesn't know we're recording. Can't blame him. I didn't warn these guys in advance. Where'd he go? I don't even see him anymore. Oop, I hit the wrong button. Hopefully that didn't do anything. How far is that? 20. One thing about when you're above a moose, like in a tree stand or anything, it's a little harder to heart shoot them because their nose gets in the way. I knew she was going to start moving, that's why I didn't rush that shot. Oh, the bear's actually coming back. How far is that? I'd be afraid that he'll spook. And like I said, I'd rather get the bear. For 2 reasons, really. It's, 1, I find a bear cooler than a cow moose. Please don't notice me up here. One thing I should have done was put scent eliminator on if I was going to do this, but I forgot. I even have it with me. Yeah, just head back that way for now. Might call you back if you hang around. Just wait till we shoot Mr. Bear. Yeah, go talk to your friends that were calling over there. Pretty sure I was saying something. And then I started talking to animals. I guess that's what happens when you record late at night. Yep. Hi. Looks like they're on their way. But this bear's where we need him to be. Hiding behind the tree a little bit. Moose stayed. That's 10 arrows. So we'll have to put more in the quiver. I think we're just going to kill that moose that's here. And that'll be it. Please don't crash when I go into my inventory. Please. It's actually when I exit my inventory usually, so I'm going to let everything load up. Going to let it take its time. Thank you. I've had a lot of crashes going into my inventory. I don't know if you noticed, but I had tracers already in my recurve. I was ready if a rare came in and I wasn't going to have my game crash on it. Wouldn't be the first time I crashed when a rare was in the area. Wouldn't be the first time I crashed when 2 rares were in the area, if that was the case. They were just smallish to medium-sized non-typicals, but wouldn't have mind killing one anyway. Come on, come back. we got a video to wrap up. I have an idea of how I want to do this trophy shot, but I have no clue if it's actually going to work. I'm just looking around to make sure no bears are coming. Oh, I should have loaded my quiver. Whoops. Oh, there's a bull. And not a bad one either. Alright, we'll kill him then. You can live. You got lucky. So 3 not bad bull moose actually ended up showing up. Come on. You're making the video take longer, bud. Guess I should have warned them all that I was going to be recording a video so they'd hurry up. Maybe that would have worked. What are you doing down here? So what did we end up killing? 8 bear and potentially 3 moose if we can make this shot. I'll let them come closer. No reason not to at this point. Well, actually there's a decent reason not to. Moose are one animal that's just extremely tough to kill if they get under your stand. So hopefully he doesn't do that. And that's the thing, they take like such huge steps that they cover area so fast. Thanks for stopping right there though. Cool. Alright. So my idea here is to get the back bear. Or do we get... Yeah, let's get a bear. Would it be better to get this one? Maybe. I just look at the... I think maybe we'll get... Yeah, we're going to pick up this one. So make sure I get the right one. I'm going to go over here. I have no idea which one was the biggest. I think it's that one laying on the barrel, but... Yep, that's blood. Yep. Alright, actually this isn't a bad one. 24.4. We spine, liver, stomach... Shoulder blade. Kind of was a... Where are you going? They're like wrestling over there. That could be a problem. I've kind of noticed that happens when you have a lot of animals dead in a trophy shot. So, how do we want to do this? Maybe if we go up like this and back, can kind of see everything. We're going to at least bear stuck in a tree. We're going to at least pose this one bear here. Still a cow moose out there. Come on. Bears are not an animal I'm good at taking trophy shots of. I a lot of times try to do like the bear carpet thing, where you get their front legs spread out. Come on. Do what I'm asking, or forcing you to do. Or at least trying to. So, like, get their front legs spread and, like, have their head out like that. It's one of the things I tend to do. So, you can see all the moose's antlers. You can see the bear stuck in a tree. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kills. And a flinter. We'll stand in the middle, actually. Right like that. Maybe. Nah, we'll go closer. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. definitely glad that I came here to do this video. We got tons of kills. Nothing huge, but a lot of decent ones. So yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.